How does cricket exist? Cricket exists as a sport that evolved over centuries, combining aspects of physical skill, strategy, and teamwork. Its existence is shaped by the rules that define how the game is played, the culture that has grown around it, and its global fan base. Historical origins. Cricket originated in England as early as the 16th century, initially played by children in the countryside. By the 17th century, it had become a popular sport among adults and eventually spread through British colonies. Structure of the game. The game exists as a structured competition between two teams, usually of 11 players each, with the primary objective of one team scoring runs and the other team trying to restrict runs and dismiss the players. Batting. One team tries to score runs by hitting a ball delivered by a bowler. Bowling and fielding. The other team tries to stop them by bowling the ball towards the batter's stumps and fielding the ball to prevent runs or dismiss the players. The basic principles involve runs. Scoring by running between wickets or hitting boundaries. Wickets. Getting the batters out by hitting the stumps or through catches, run-outs, etc. Types of cricket. Cricket evolved into several formats. Test. Cricket. The oldest and longest form lasting up to 5 days. One-day international, ODI. A limited overs version typically lasting about 8 hours. 2020 T20. A fast-paced, short format lasting about 3 hours. Global expansion. Through British colonization, cricket spread to places like India, Australia, the Caribbean, South Africa, and other countries, which developed strong cricketing traditions. Today, it is a global sport, governed by the International Cricket Council, ICC, with countries competing in international tournaments like the Cricket World Cup. Cultural and social influence. Cricket has developed into more than just a game. In countries like India, it's a major cultural phenomenon, influencing everything from politics to cinema. It has become a unifying force, a source of national pride, and even a business enterprise through leagues like the Indian Premier League, IPL. In essence, cricket exists due to its combination of skill, historical development, cultural adoption, and global spread. Its continuous evolution and the passion of its fans keep the sport alive across multiple formats. Cricket history in India. Cricket has a rich and storied history in India, dating back over 2 centuries. Its evolution in the country is a fascinating journey from a colonial pastime to becoming a national obsession. Here's a look at the history of cricket in India. Early beginnings, 18th century. British colonial influence. Cricket was introduced to India by the British in the early 18th century. The first recorded cricket match in India took place in 1721, played between British sailors in Cambay, modern-day Gujarat, Parsis and the first Indian team. The Parsis of Bombay, Mumbai, were the first Indian community to adopt the game. In 1848, they founded the Oriental Cricket Club, the first Indian cricket club, marking a crucial milestone. By 1886, the Parsis sent a team to England to play matches, becoming the first Indian team to tour overseas. Growth of the game, 19th and early 20th century. Formation of cricket clubs. As British influence spread, so did the game of cricket. Various communities, including the Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs, began forming their own cricket clubs. In 1912, these communities came together to form a quadrangular tournament known as the Bombay Quadrangular, which later became the Pentangular when a 5th team, Europeans, was added. The influence of Maharajas. Indian royalty, especially the Maharajas, Indian kings and princes, played a significant role in the growth of cricket. They patronized the sport and even fielded teams. Players like Maharaja of Patiala, Maharaja of Cooch Behar, and Ranjit Singh, Ranji, who played for England, gained prominence. India's international debut, 1932. First Test match. India made its debut in international cricket in 1932 as a test-playing nation against England at Lord's, London, under the captaincy of C.K. Naidu. Though India lost the match, it was a major milestone, marking the country's entry into global cricket. Formation of BCCI, Board of Control for Cricket in India. The BCCI was founded in 1928, a key moment that helped India organize and govern the sport. It has since become one of the most powerful cricket boards in the world. Post-independence era, 1947 to 1970s. After gaining independence in 1947, cricket became a national passion. Though India faced challenges in the early years, a few notable achievements included 52. India won its first ever test match against England in Madras, Chennai. The emergence of stars like Vijay Hazare, Vinu Mankad, and Pankaj Roy helped popularize the game in this period. The turning point, 1970s, 1980s, 1971. Series wins. India achieved its first series wins against England, in England, and West Indies, in West Indies, in 1971, under the leadership of Ajit Wadekar. Legendary players like Sunil Gavaskar and Gundappa Viswanath emerged during this period. Spin Quartet. India became known for its world-class spinners, with the famous Spin Quartet. Bishan Singh Bedi, Erapalli Prasanna, Bhagwat Chandrasekhar, and Srinivas Venkataraghavan dominating the bowling department. 1983. World Cup. Triumph. India's greatest cricketing achievement came in 1983 when, under Kapil Dev, India won the Cricket World Cup, defeating the dominant West Indies in the final at Lord's. This victory transformed Indian cricket, igniting widespread passion and interest. The 1990s. The rise of Sachin Tendulkar and economic liberalization. Sachin Tendulkar. The 1990s saw the rise of Sachin Tendulkar, who would go on to become one of the greatest cricketers in history. His records, consistency, and elegance with the bat made him a global superstar, and he became the face of Indian cricket for nearly 2 decades. Economic liberalization and cricket. India's economic liberalization in 1991 had a huge impact on cricket. With the opening up of markets and the advent of satellite television, particularly Star Sports and later Doordarshan's coverage, cricket reached millions of homes. Companies began investing heavily in advertising and sponsorships, making cricket a highly lucrative sport. Match-fixing scandal. The late 1990s were also marked by a match-fixing scandal that rocked Indian cricket, involving prominent players. However, this period also saw the rise of new stars like Sourav Ganguly, Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, and VVS Laxman, heralding a new era. 2000s. Modern era and dominance. Sourav Ganguly's leadership. After the match-fixing crisis, Sourav Ganguly became the captain in 2000 and rebuilt the Indian team with a fearless, aggressive mindset. Under him, India began to win overseas and challenge top teams like Australia and South Africa. T20 cricket and IPL, the Indian Premier League (IPL), was launched in 2008, revolutionizing cricket in India and globally. This T20 league became a commercial juggernaut, attracting top talent worldwide, and providing young Indian players a platform to showcase their skills. 2007. T20 World Cup. India won the inaugural T20 World Cup in 2007 under the leadership of MS Dhoni, which further popularized the shorter format in the country. 2010s. Golden Era of Indian Cricket 2011 World Cup. Victory. India, under MS Dhoni, won the 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup, 28 years after the 1983 triumph, becoming only the 3rd team to win the World Cup at home. Virat Kohli Era. By the mid-2010s, Virat Kohli emerged as one of the best batsmen in the world. His aggressive captaincy, along with consistent performances, helped India dominate across formats, particularly in Test cricket. Rise of fast bowlers. India traditionally relied on spin, but the 2010s saw the emergence of a formidable pace attack, with bowlers like Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, and Ishant Sharma gaining international prominence. Present day, 2020s. Global powerhouse. India is now one of the dominant forces in world cricket. The BCCI is the richest cricket board, and Indian cricket's influence, especially through the IPL, extends across the cricketing world. Success in multiple formats. India continues to produce world-class talent and remains competitive in all 3 formats: Tests, ODIs, and T20s. Stars like Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Hardik Pandya, and bowlers like Ravichandran Ashwin and Bumrah maintain India's position as a top-tier team. Key milestones: 1983. Cricket World Cup. India wins its first World Cup. 2007 T20 World Cup, victory in the inaugural T20 World Cup. 2011 Cricket World Cup, India wins the World Cup at home under MS Dhoni. Cultural impact. Cricket in India is more than just a sport. It's a national obsession. It influences politics, entertainment, and society. The IPL has made Indian cricket a commercial powerhouse, turning cricketers into global celebrities. In summary, cricket's history in India is a tale of colonial introduction, passionate adoption, and eventual dominance on the global stage, with the game now serving as a major unifying force in the country. Economical impact. Cricket has a significant economic impact on India, contributing to various sectors such as media, advertising, tourism, and retail, while also being a key factor in the growth of India's sports economy. The game's commercial success, particularly due to the Indian Premier League, IPL, and the widespread popularity of cricket, has turned it into a billion-dollar industry. Here are some key areas where cricket impacts the Indian economy. Indian Premier League, IPL. Revenue generation. The IPL is one of the most lucrative sporting leagues in the world. Since its inception in 2008, it has grown into a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. The league's brand value was estimated at $10.9 billion in 2023. Franchise value. Each IPL franchise is valued at hundreds of millions of dollars, with teams like the Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings leading the pack. TV and broadcasting rights. The sale of broadcasting rights is a major source of revenue. In 2022, Viacom 18 and Star Sports acquired the broadcasting and digital streaming rights for the IPL for a staggering Rs 48,390 crore, $6.2 billion, for the 2023-2027 period. This deal underscores the enormous demand for cricket viewership. Sponsorships and advertising. IPL attracts a plethora of sponsors and advertisers. Companies spend billions on advertisements during IPL matches, contributing significantly to India's advertising industry. Title sponsorship deals, like Tata in 2022, and other commercial tie-ups are a major revenue stream. Employment and job creation. Direct employment. Cricket directly creates thousands of jobs across various sectors. Players, coaches, support staff, match officials, ground staff, and management teams are all part of this ecosystem. Broadcasting and media jobs. The extensive coverage of cricket matches, especially the IPL, creates a demand for broadcasters, production crews, journalists, commentators, analysts, and technical staff. Hospitality and event management. Cricket matches boost the hospitality industry, particularly during large-scale events like international series and the IPL. Hotels, travel agencies, and event management companies benefit from the influx of tourists, fans, and teams. Merchandising and retail. Cricket-related merchandise, team jerseys, equipment, and fan products creates a market for retail companies. This sector thrives during the IPL and major international tournaments, generating additional employment and revenue. Tourism and hospitality industry. Sports tourism. Major cricket events like the IPL and ICC World Cup attract not only domestic fans but also international tourists. The influx of cricket fans results in a spike in hotel bookings, restaurants, local transport, and sightseeing during matches, particularly in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru, and Chennai. Match day. Revenue. Ticket sales for major matches, especially IPL and international games, contribute significantly to local economies. The stadium experience, combined with in-stadium sales, food, drinks, merchandise, adds to the revenue. Advertising and sponsorship TV and digital advertising. Cricket broadcasts, particularly IPL matches, are prime time for advertisers. In India, millions of viewers tune in for IPL and international cricket matches, making them a highly coveted time for advertisers. The cost for a 10-second ad during IPL can go up to Rs 14 to 15 lakh, $18,000, $20,000, making cricket a vital platform for brands. Sponsorship deals. Companies vie to associate their brands with cricket teams, players, and leagues. Companies like Pepsi, Vivo, Tata, Jio, and Paytm have all been major sponsors. These deals bring in significant revenue, with IPL teams and the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, earning large sums from sponsors. Media and broadcasting television rights. The sale of broadcasting rights to cricket matches, particularly for the IPL, forms one of the largest revenue streams. As mentioned earlier, the IPL broadcasting rights alone fetched billions in revenue. Digital streaming. With the rise of platforms like Disney Plus Hotstar, millions of cricket fans now watch matches online. This has transformed the digital media space, leading to investments in streaming infrastructure, technology, and content delivery, benefiting the tech and telecommunications sectors. Advertising revenue for broadcasters, TV networks, and streaming platforms earn vast sums from cricket-related advertising. This is particularly evident during major tournaments like the IPL or World Cup, where brands spend heavily on ads. Cricket and the growth of the sports economy, infrastructure development. The demand for cricket facilities and stadiums has led to investments in infrastructure. State-of-the-art stadiums like Motera Stadium, Narendra Modi Stadium, in Gujarat, the world's largest, showcase how cricket influences infrastructure spending. Growth of other sports. Cricket's success in India has had spillover effects on the sports economy. The IPL model inspired other leagues like the Indian Super League, football, and the Pro Kabaddi League, which are driving the growth of sports as an industry in India. Cricket academies. Cricket's popularity has led to a rise in private cricket academies, which provide employment to coaches, trainers, and other staff. These academies have a direct economic impact and also contribute to talent development. Taxation and government revenue. Taxes on sponsorship and advertising. The BCCI, IPL franchises, broadcasters, and advertisers contribute significantly to government revenues through taxes. The Goods and Services Tax, GST, and other levies on ticket sales, merchandise, broadcasting rights, and advertisements generate substantial revenue for the government. Player earnings and taxes. Top cricket players in India earn millions from match fees, sponsorship deals, and endorsements. They are among the highest taxpayers in the sports sector, contributing to government revenues. CSR and social initiatives. Cricket and corporate social responsibility, CSR. Many companies and cricket organizations, including the BCCI, invest in social initiatives and CSR activities. IPL franchises and the BCCI are involved in initiatives related to education, health, and sports development. This creates positive social and economic impacts in underdeveloped areas and fosters talent from economically weaker sections. Brand India and soft power. Global influence. Cricket, particularly the IPL, has made India a major player in the global sports industry. India's dominance in cricket helps boost the country's image internationally, contributing to Brand India and showcasing its capability to host major sporting events. Exports and collaborations. India's association with cricket has led to opportunities for sportswear manufacturers, technology companies, data analytics in cricket, and other businesses to collaborate with international markets. The export of cricket-related products, sports gear, technology, adds to foreign exchange earnings. Player endorsements and celebrity status. 1. Brand ambassadors. Top Indian cricketers like Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, and Sachin Tendulkar are brand ambassadors for multiple national and international brands. 1. These endorsement deals contribute not only to their personal income, but also stimulate the broader marketing and advertising industry. 2. Influence on consumer spending. Cricketers' endorsement of products influences consumer behavior and spending patterns, benefiting companies in sectors ranging from apparel to technology and fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG. Summary of economic impact. And direct impact. Through media rights, sponsorships, and ticket sales, cricket generates billions in revenue annually. 2. Employment. Cricket provides direct and indirect employment to thousands in sectors like media, hospitality, marketing, retail, and more. 3. Tourism and infrastructure. Major cricketing events lead to significant boosts in tourism and infrastructural development. 4. Global soft power. Cricket has played a role in strengthening India's global image, particularly through the success of the IPL and international tournaments hosted in India. In conclusion, cricket's economic impact on India is vast and multifaceted, ranging from creating jobs to boosting tourism and generating revenue through advertisements and sponsorships. The game has become an integral part of the Indian economy, influencing multiple industries and making India a global powerhouse in the sport. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated for my next videos.